we have some news stories to share that have to do with the world of tech and possibly digital ministry and the way they all intersect. So let's dive into just what's the latest in the news that's running around your mind or on your feed that you wanted to share.
I'm always here for an opportunity for things from my childhood to be reborn in new light, and it also happens to be one that takes down NFTs. So mine is two at once in the form of NeoPets. Have you ever heard of NeoPets?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So NeoPets was this weird browser-based gaming experience in the early 2000s where you would essentially adopt and take care of a little internet critter. And it went okay for many years. It was viral in my school experience and then kind of crashed and burned for a while, but never totally fizzled. It just kind of remained. And then probably like 3 years ago, it was announced that they got like bought out again or something. And we're going to be getting into Web3 and NFT technology. And ironically enough, the person that bought it and was intending on, or the person that they hired to turn it into an NFT company wound up just falling in love with Neopets, cut the NFT thing, and is now relaunching it as a new like app-based gaming experience. So it may very well completely fail. I have no idea if this is actually going to go anywhere. I don't even know if I'm going to play again. It's been a good like, I don't know, 18, 19 years since I've even logged on to Neopets, but I'm always in the corner of NFTs losing. And so that brings me great joy. And it also brings me great joy to see the kind of little guy winning. And so this little company that you know, had this thriving time and now is getting a new revitalized life. We'll see how it continues to progress forward. But I thought that was an interesting little twist of news. I can't say exactly how it relates to digital ministry, other than that NFTs were literally like the thing last summer, and they're already fizzling out, and people are saying maybe not so much. So it shows the ephemeralness of digital ministry and why you should probably at least try the bandwagons, but be able to suss out the ones that are going to be gone 6 to 12 months from now.
Yep. Well, I just am Googling it quick, and I'm reading the article on The Verge. NeoPets is moving into a new era and leaving NFTs and the metaverse behind.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it just gives space to say, you know, things that we thought were in our past can always be brought back into our present in new ways. And if that's not a lesson for digital ministry, I don't know what is. Or just how does community happen, and how do we engage with things and people in these online spaces? So I love it.
If
I love it.
NeoPets can revitalize, surely the church can live again. Yeah.
If we get enough funding, at least from like
yeah,
VCs.
That's the trick. We just need some mystery donor to hire us to be an NFT firm, and then we can ditch the NFT thing in a year.
Yeah. Well, my news that I've stumbled upon, one is well, they're both kind of recent. We're recording this at the end of July here, July 25th. I'm just, if I had a label, it's two things packed into one. I'm calling it the death of Twitter and the rise of short form text content. Partly thinking how Twitter has recently become X. You know, Elon Musk is, you know, infamously doing his thing and, you know, soldering off the bird from the side of the building and changing the iconic bird logo just to the letter X, which is a whole other thing. I've heard claims that both Microsoft and Meta actually own the trademark for X or X.com, so I'm not sure where that lands. But it seems like he's just in some interesting water. But Twitter has seemed like it's been dying. I would say it's shifted since, for sure, 2016, and it's been, I'd say, dead since October 2022, when it got bought by for $44 billion by, you know, everyone's favorite, at least favorite human. And I think the rebrand officially just kills it, in my opinion. It is officially my X social media platform. I haven't left it, but I don't think it's there anymore. But I think it's interesting how short form text content is booming, both because of Threads, as an example of, you know, Meta's version, Facebook, Instagram Threads. But most recently, have you seen this, Nathan? TikTok has added text posts. I posted one today. What did I say? I said, I don't think these TikTok test posts are going to take the space Twitter once had, but I do think they show a trend in people wanting to engage with both short-form video, which we've seen everywhere, and short-form text content. So you can just like write a post with words on TikTok, and it just is a thing. They added music automatically, which was kind of cool, I thought. But I just think those phenomenons are interesting, and I think it says something about the ways people want to engage in online spaces. Twitter's dead, but short form text content isn't.
Yeah, I am a diehard microblogger. I love the experience of Twitter. I was, very much an OG. I've always loved it. At this point, I've kind of decided that any of them are not for me as far as like my brand. But whoo boy, I love scrolling. I love doom scrolling through Twitter, and I have curated a master
I could do this
list
all
of-
day. Just bring it on.
right? I've got a master list of anime fan art that I have followed forever and ever, and Twitter has just become my own like wasteland of just adorable art. And so at this point, even though Twitter, X, whatever is not a platform I intend on using or branding on anymore, I still am scrolling through.
Yep.
And I'm using Threads now for the exact same thing. I've already built it into the same curated feature. I went and followed all of my artists from Twitter's over on Threads. And so I'm just recreating the experience. I am intrigued by platforms like TikTok dipping their toes in the water, because I use TikTok for a very different experience than I might use Twitter or Instagram for. And so just like people, whenever they were first memeing on Threads, being like, I don't want to know the thoughts of my Instagram follows, right? Like, I kind of get it. Like, I don't know if I want to know the microblogging of my TikTok follows. We'll find out if they're actually interesting and engaging in the way that I want them to be. But time will tell. I've been utilizing it for a little while, doing their stories feature, where I was pretty much doing TikTok stories how their new thing is going to be, because I was just doing text, and I'm just doing daily affirmations on there.
Yep.
And that has tended to be a pretty successful thing. We get a pretty regular group of people that check out and like our daily affirmations, and we'll see how TikTok continues to go through with it. But I'm fascinated by the microblog. I love it.
I will say, I mean, this is like, as of this conversation, 24 hours old of TikTok text post being a thing, maybe 48 hours old. The user interface is better because you can actually write and it formats it as a chunk of text rather than, having to resize. It just, the formatting is intuitive, the way you would expect it to be if you're doing a text post, the auto addition of music or changing it. And then you can post it either to your feed or to your story on TikTok. I posted it to my story, which is, leaving in 24 hours. I typically don't do that. My TikTok account is typically running content and sometimes progressive theology. And my TikTok stories get like no engagement. I post just like random stuff that I'm like, I just thought this was fun and I captured it and it was going to see if whatever. But this TikTok story already has as many views as my actual posts. So I think that just says something about this is brand new. So it's not a bad time to try it, because every platform likes to boost their new features. So if you use it, you'll get more engagement. But I also think the way you've been using, your daily affirmations, this is, I think, a feature of TikTok that churches can more easily lean into, because there can be the intimidation of, how do I make a video or do a thing that's clever or whatever, or me on camera? But I mean, to take a 2-sentence prayer and just literally have just the text and choose the music behind it. That's an easy way to create content on a platform in a way that will be truly meaningful to people. So I definitely think churches should be aware of this and probably try it out.
Yeah, time will tell. I think you may remember Substack did their own thing too.
Yep.
They did Substack Notes, which was their Twitter copy, and I use it every now and again, but not really. And so maybe TikTok will go the same way with theirs, and maybe Threads will go the same with theirs. It's all an absolute crapshoot. We're guessing. We're totally guessing. That's the secret.
Here we are, experts, totally guessing.
Totally guessing.